one of my all-time favorites. It's part of a group of stop-motion animations, and that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, yeah.
Is my favorite of the Rankin Bass Christmas specials that they did. They did a bunch of other stuff. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they did in 1964, and that was an adaptation from the song from 1949 by Johnny Marcus, which is weird to think that it was like...
So that's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, which is hilarious to think like that.
Oh, you mean
just
Johnny Marks? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I
don't know who he is either. I don't know why I reacted that way. Oh, Johnny Marks.
I'm like, did I miss something? I think he was like more in the country. And also, 1949, this is not an era of music that I'm
What's crazy is his descendants are still like living off this.
I hope
we don't
so.
have to work.
I hope
Johnny,
so.
Uncle Johnny wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Right. So the Rudolph one, Rankin Bass did in 1964, and then they have a bunch of other ones that they did. Most notably, I mean, I'm not a super fan of this one, but The Little Drummer Boy in 1968, Frosty the Snowman, which is a good one, in 1969, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, I like that one.
Which is a good one because you get the young Santa with the red hair. I love that. So cute. And that's 1970. And then A Year Without Santa in 1974, and that is the one with the Snow Miser and the Heat Miser, which is really awesome. Now, I personally own this on a DVD collection set, so I can watch this anytime I want. But
you'd have to plug in your DVD player.
That's true. And I will, because it is actually kind of hard to find on stream.
Yeah, because when we grew up, it was sort of a special event when they would air. And you had to catch it. And that was one of the rare occasions Mom and Dad would let us watch TV on like a weeknight. Because it was like, if you didn't watch it then, you were watching it.
Well, in a weird way, it's still kind of like that. It was a TV special, and it was made and aired that year on NBC, and aired a couple years on NBC, and then switched to CBS for a bunch of years, and is now going back to NBC. So it will air one time this year on NBC. And that's kind of it.
Unless you're our sister Rosemary, who famously in our family, she recorded all of them and without commercials. So she was like sitting in front of
oh my gosh,
VHS
really?
player, like stop, start, like for our little nieces. At that time, just two nieces were coming for Christmas.
Oh,
and she wanted to have a whole tape of them. Well, this is the problem. They don't watch a lot of TV, or they didn't at the time. So let's snuggle in, and it might have been the Heatmeister. Oh no, the Abominable Snowman. Okay,
Abominable.
He had been working out a lot that year.
So the Abominable Snowman. Did I say it wrong again?
No, you got it this time.
Okay, God. I'm like, geez, what am I saying here? He's scary.
He's scary. So
and
he's
if
in
you're
Rudolph.
like 3 and 5, because that's basically what they were.
Even though he turns out to be nice.
You couldn't get to that. And then, I'm not going to spoil anything, or maybe I am. If you haven't seen it at this point, I can't help you. When he gets all his teeth pulled out, it's like, that's even like, they were so traumatized by it. It was like, we couldn't even get through one whole thing. And she'd record like all 4 of them and had been like, breaking his sweat to do it for the last 2 weeks. And they were so traumatized by it. Like, they were just like, oh gosh, he's so scary. Oh my gosh, his teeth are being pulled out. They're so mean to Rudolph. It was like, wait a minute. What? I mean, you're missing you're not getting any of this right. I'd rather watch the DVD without commercials than try to watch it on NBC or CBS.
Well, the nice thing is, it's a quick search on Google. You can really pretty easily buy the DVD collection, Blu-ray, DVD, either of those. And some of them have like all of the...
Yeah, because you know what's weird?
Yeah.
I mean, their stop motion with the awesome felt. They used a lot of felt, everybody. They also switched into pure animation. Mm-hmm. And those do not hold equal charm, although... they are good. I still like them.
Because Frosty the Snowman is just a
so
standard
sweet,
animation.
Because that's just so, lost love and holding on to, the belief in something.
Yeah.
And it's actually, oh my God, I'm becoming mom. It's almost a story of resurrection.
Oh no. Oh.
Because, it's rebirth. Do you come back every year? So,
golly. Okay.
So anyways,
well,
I like a little more of the old school. I definitely lean a little more to the stop motion, janky movement. And all the felt. I mean, the felt is so awesome.
Well, that's the connection back to Elf. There's so many elements in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The opening of it, the snowman. There's so many styling things that parallel directly to Elf. I mean, I think even the Elf costumes are basically that design.
There's a great on Netflix series called What We Are Watching. No, that's Us. There's a great series on Netflix called How It Was Made, I think, and they'll just dive deep, kind of like what we do on Huge Fans, on a movie, and they did it on Elf, and they do the parallels of being inspired by Rankin and Bass, and particularly Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and elements of that, and how they had to fight to get Narwhal and some of those elements in there because they just felt like it was so important. But you are completely correct that they are linked, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is another reason that Elf just feels so nostalgic and wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And that is available for purchase on Apple TV Plus and possibly other streaming services. You can buy the DVD and Blu-ray sets for not a lot, including Rudolph and a bunch of the other ones that Rankin Bash did. And then it will be airing one and only time during the season on NBC.
With commercials,
Of
too.
course.
Oh.
That's not the ideal way to watch it, although I'm sure NBC is like, yes, please watch it. But that's what
the
they do.
original experience.
Yeah, they air it one time. Or pull a Rosemary, our sister, and record it.
Oh, Lord. Well, I have done that, but... And
Go
then you
buy a VCR. Find
No,
just
well,
tapes.
you can do it on your DVR. That would be very funny. I got a VHS
Can't
machine
record it
just for
without
this.
Commercials on your DVR. What kind of planet are you on? That's all right. It's fine.